Want shoulders that turn heads? Yeah, me too. That's why I spent years learning what actually works. Not the crazy stuff you see online, but real techniques that give you those round, defined shoulders that look good from every angle. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to build them. And trust me, I've made all the mistakes so you don't have to. I used to have flat, boring shoulders. You know what I mean? When you look in the mirror and your shoulders just kind of disappear? But then I learned something that changed everything. Your shoulders are actually made up of 3 different parts. Once I figured out how to target each part the right way, boom, my shoulders finally started growing. Here's what nobody tells you though. You don't need fancy equipment or weird exercises. You just need to understand a few basic things about how your shoulders work. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. But first, we need to wake up those shoulders. I know. Everyone wants to jump straight into the heavy lifting. But trust me on this. I messed up my shoulder once by skipping this part. And let me tell you, shoulder injuries are no joke. Start by making big circles with your arms. 10 forward, 10 backward. Nice and slow. Feel that? Your shoulders are already starting to warm up. Now, find a wall, put your back against it, and slide your arms up and down, kind of like you're making a snow angel, but standing up. Do this 8 times. This gets all those small stabilizer muscles ready to work. Got a resistance band? Grab it. No band? Don't worry, you can do this part without one. Pull your arms apart like you're trying to stretch the band. Do this 12 times. Your shoulders should feel alive now. Not tired, just ready to work. All right, time for the real work. We're going to hit each part of your shoulder one by one. Let's start with the front. Grab some weights, and listen up because this is super important. Go lighter than you think you need. I'm serious. I see this mistake all the time. People grab heavy weights and end up using their whole body to swing them up. That's not going to give you the shoulders you want. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Small bend in your knees. You're not squatting, just staying stable. Now hold those weights in front of your legs. Straight arms, but don't lock your elbows. This is the starting position. Slowly bring the weights up in front of you until they're at shoulder height. Hold for a second. Really feel your front shoulders working. Then slowly bring them back down. Here's a pro tip. Imagine you're stuck between 2 walls. This stops you from swinging the weights. Do 12 of these. If you're swinging or can't control the weights on the way down, go lighter. Remember, we're building shoulders here, not practicing your dance moves. Now for my favorite part, the middle of your shoulder. This is what gives you that width, that 3D look. Same weights, but now we're going to lift them out to the sides. But here's the key that most people miss. Lead with your elbows, not your hands. Think about it like you're trying to pour water out of your elbows. Keep your shoulders down, no shrugging. I see this all the time where people's shoulders end up in their ears. That's not what we want. Keep your chest up, core tight. Lift until your arms are parallel to the ground. Don't go higher. It doesn't help and can actually hurt your shoulders. Do 12 reps here too. And remember, slow and controlled. Each rep should take about 2 seconds up, 1 second hold, 2 seconds down. Feel that burn? That's your shoulders growing. Last but definitely not least, the back of your shoulders. This is the part most people completely forget about, but it's super important. Without strong rear shoulders, you'll never get that full, round look. Plus, it helps fix that hunched over posture that we all get from looking at our phones too much. Lean forward a bit. Keep your back flat, bend at your hips. Now do the same side raise, but think about pointing your elbows behind you. It's like you're trying to show someone your elbows who's standing behind you. Weird cue, I know, but it works. This one's usually the weakest part of people's shoulders, so don't be surprised if you need to go even lighter with the weights. Quality over quantity every time. Do 12 controlled reps. Now for the fun part, the finisher. We're going to do all 3 moves, 15 seconds each, no rest in between. Front raises, side raises, rear delt raises. Your shoulders should be on fire by the end. If they're not, go a tiny bit heavier next time. Do this routine 3 times a week, with at least 1 day of rest between sessions. You'll start seeing changes in about 4 to 6 weeks. But here's the cool part. You'll start feeling stronger way before that. Things like reaching for stuff on high shelves or carrying groceries will feel easier. One last thing, don't forget to eat enough protein. Your shoulders won't grow if you don't give them the building blocks they need. Aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight each day. That's it. Simple, right? Not easy, but simple. Remember, light weights, perfect form. Hit all 3 parts of the shoulder. Do this consistently, and I promise you'll start seeing those shoulders pop.